Hello everyone, welcome to card number 4. Starting off, I use Ccdesigns Frankie stein along with Momentous tuxedo black. I take my multi-liner going across her whole entire front of her hair to give her that classic Frankenstein look. For her skin tones, I start off using YG11, YG13, and G43. I start with my lightest, using that as my base, go on to my medium, and then my darkest, and then I will work my way back from my darkest to my lightest again. This image requires just a little bit more of blending, so that's why it's taking me a little bit longer, and I want to show you more of the process this time. I do her legs with the same exact color combination. Just because I live in a hotter area, I do sections at a time so that I have more time to blend. Next, just to give it a little bit more shading, I go in with, I believe it was my V20, and I just go along all the darker areas just to give her some more depth. Starting off with her hair, I start out with my C1, and I give just the whiter part of her hair, which is actually, I wanted it gray, so I just did the C1 in there. Then I move on to my 100 black, and I go along all the darker areas with that. Next, I move on to C7, and I just blend out that black a little bit, and I add some more dimension to the hair with the C7. Now I'm taking my C5 and I'm just blending out the C7, pulling it closer into the whiter part of the hair. I'm giving the illusion of black hair without going just straight black. So this is my best method on how to do it. Now I'm coming in with my C3 and I'm blending everything together. I started again pulling from my black, working my way to my C7, C5, and C3. I felt my hair was incomplete. I used my Copics, going by each color. I start to build strands. I keep on going until I get the desired look I'm going for. For her eyes, I want to give her a spooky look. I use B00, B04, and blend it back. For the whiter parts, I use B000, and then for eyes, I use my Copic liner and just fill them in. For her dress, I used V20 as my lightest shade. I went across the whole entire dress, giving it the foundation. I started with my BV13 as my second color, and my darkest was BV08. So I start off, I go with the lightest, working my way back to my darkest. Because of her dress, these two colors do not blend very well. This is the BV13 and the V20. So I keep both of them in my hand, And what I do is I just keep on going back between both colors until I get the desired blend that I like. For her bow, I just keep it a match with her dress, and I use the same exact color combinations and technique. For her bow and the patch, I decided to go in with some bright pinks. I used RV04, RV06. These are very easy to blend. For her lips, I used R81, R85. For the pumpkin, I start off using Y18 for the mouth and for the nose. Then I work my way into YR04, YR07, YR27. I start from the lightest, working my way to the darkest, and then back again. My camera had cut it off, but for the stem, I used YG13 and G43. For the handle on the pumpkin, I just used my YR27. Next, I'm just cutting out my Frankie stein using my snips just to get a nice clean cut. Using my Sharpie, I just go around all the edges. I'm using Webster's pages and Once Upon a Halloween. Using my Spellbinders beaded ovals, I use it as a template and a die. I take my black soot and just go along all the edging just to give it the Frankenstein look. I have my layout set how I want it, so now I just start gluing everything into place. I use my foam tape to pop Frankenstein up. I use the Scrappymomstamps and Bewitched. To cut out my sentiment, I use the Spellbinders Petite Labels 1. Using my MFT dainty bows and my Glitzy stack, I just cut out a bow and adhere it into place. For the inside of the card, I follow the same exact layout, just rotating the papers. I'm using the same exact sentiment set, and then I'm using the Petite Labels 1 to cut out my sentiment, adhering it into place, and then now I'm putting this into my card, and my card is finished. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.